The level of disrespect that African players and the African continent is getting on the football world stage is very, very alarming. Like Africans, we don't suffer, we don't see shaggy. We have literally seen our ears. Like we don't see our ear. Because Jimmy Carragher just came out recently to say that Mohamed Salah would never win or may never win the Ballon d'Or, given the fact that he plays for Egypt and doesn't compete in any big tournaments. The level of disrespect in this comment, arrogance, ignorance, disrespect, not just to African players, but the entire African continent. And then when his ex-teammate, Rio Ferdinand, I'm talking about English, ex-teammates now, came out to correct him on that comment, he called Rio Ferdinand a clown. This is somebody that most people believe that he's not intelligent. And then he has just come out to prove them right. And not just proving that he's not intelligent, he has proven that he is dense and he's dumb. Forgive me for my choice of words, but when somebody disrespects the entire African continent like that, forgive me, I can't hold back my words. Africans don't suffer. First, it was Jurgen Klopp. If you remember, I think it was in 2022, AFCON. One of those AFCONs, yes, that period, Jurgen Klopp said he wasn't going to release Sadio Mane and the other African players to go and compete, that the African Cup of Nations is a small tournament. The level of disrespect. And everybody came out, called him out, and he took back his words. Now, Jimmy Carragher is coming here to spill this nonsense about Mo Salah and, in general, the African continent. This is somebody, when you look at him, you would think that this guy had a very illustrious career. But Jimmy Carragher, when you look at his legacy, the only thing that you can see there is a player who scored more own goals than he defended. He scored more own goals, helping his opposing teams to score more goals in his own goal post than the amount of goals he actually stopped. That is the legacy of a man coming out to downgrade the African Cup of Nations, a continental tournament. This is the same African Cup of Nations that Samuel Eto'o played in, and he emerged third in the Ballon d'Or rankings in 2004 or so, either 2004 or 2005. The same African Cup of Nations that got Samuel Eto'o to the third position. The same AFCON that got Sadio Mane to the fourth position of the Ballon d'Or rankings. And you keep saying that Mo Salah, of all people, with everything he has done, he may never win the Ballon d'Or because he's from Africa. Sorry, but George Weah won the Ballon d'Or in 1995. And he's African. And not just that he is African, he is from a football nation that is not even up to half of Egypt. Yes, because when you call football nations in Africa, you can't put Egypt and Liberia in the same space. But George Weah from Liberia won the Ballon d'Or in 1995, and he is African, and he played for Liberia. So what are you saying, Jimmy Carragher? What are you saying?